I'm Ellen, and welcome in. I'm glad you're here to join me today. Well, wait a minute. Let me see. Can I get it pulled up on my phone here so I can have a closer view of the comments? Okay, everything taking its own little sweet time today. Okay. Make sure my volume is down. I just need to see the comments. Um, there you go. Here I need to do. Hello, Betty Harris. She said, "Hi, Miss Ellen. How you doing, Miss Harris? I'm glad you could join me today." Um, Let me see. I am getting ready to show y'all how I take little crumbs and strings and little bit of nothings, and just turn it into fabric to make quilt blocks with. Little bitty stuff. Um, okay, I'm trying to see how do I share my link. um, this don't seem like it gonna work. I'm not sure. I have to try practice first. Put that back over here. But today I'm working on, okay, on this block here, I'm working on it. I'm not done. And what I have it wrapped in is a water soluble stabilizer. And I'm using it to tie in all my little tiny pieces. Maybe it has a big piece here and there, but I'm tying them all in together and I'm sewing them all over. And this is the one with the water soluble. Hold on. Hello, okay, Betty Harris said, "Love the pattern." I have a notification pops up all over the place, like everybody go live during the same time, right? But if you see this one here, this is on fabric, and I use washable Elmer's glue on this one, and I'm just letting it dry. If you have an iron where you would like to, press it or something to dry it on up, you're more than welcome to do that too. But I'm just letting it lay and dry. I have a few foundation blocks cut here. They're 9 inches by 10 inches. And I'm add more to them. I'm getting and you just sew. You just have fun and just sew. It's no particular way. It's just you want to catch everything, get it sewn down, and I lift, because you don't have to go all the way to the edge if you don't want to, because you're just sewing randomly, and there's no big ideal if you get gaps. And I will show y'all in a minute. This one here do have gaps in it, and I will also be covering them gaps And I'll show y'all how I do that as well. I have made some of these blocks in the past, and it don't matter how you sew it. You can go round in a circle if you choose to. Oh, I thought I had some thread. Oh, I do. Right here. Snip. I wound up had to cut my thread for a purpose. Okay, I don't see no seam. Let me see what's going on with my thread. My bobbin might be out here. But that's okay. I always wind up a lot of bobbin, and yes, it's out. I have a bowl. I keep my pins in my bobbin in. I return the empty one and get a full one, which I have quite a few full ones left in there. I sew until they all runs out. And when they all runs out, I go ahead and wind them all up. And I mostly sew with white thread because, as you know, I need to see what I'm doing. I know I'm about due to go get my eyes examined again, but for right now, I use white thread. I have always really sewn with white thread, unless I'm quilting. If I'm quilting, then I use the fabric I'm using. Just your video. I don't know why it could be the internet. I'm waiting the camera off here. Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm moving it too. I was hoping y'all could see at least here where you can see a little bit of what I'm doing. Good for the throat. Now I go back in here. No certain spot, no certain pattern. I always lock in my thread no matter what I'm doing. And yes, it's sewing. Everything is connecting now. And when I'm done, I will show y'all how I will be closing the gaps. Now, just like everything else I'm sewing here, I could just start sewing to close the gaps on top of this stabilizer here. And I just happened to go to Joann Fabrics yesterday to see that they have any. And they did have some, so I just got a little bit to do a little work with. I'm always making these blocks. They just like my crumbs stuff. My crumb stuff is my go-to. When I'm feeling sad or down or disappointed by something, I just go to sewing. And this is made like a little pouch. I made it like a little pouch, and then after I made it like a little pouch, then I just start sewing. You just sew all over it. All over. I have my new kitten down here with me too. Y'all might hear her crying out. You just sew all over. When you wash this, put it in a bucket of water or in the sink or however you wash it. The only thing will be left is all your seams and your fabric. I really like doing this. It's no limit. You can just go. Turn that machine, let it just keep going like this. If you want to sew it that way, sew it that way. When you get done, you just have a whole pack of stitches sewn up. Uh, Ooh-wee. I don't know who that is. Hi, Nancy Gus. Hi, around to it. Good morning, Miss Ellen. Shirley here from Canada. How you doing? Welcome in, Miss Shirley. Good afternoon, y'all. Guess who, Nancy? How you doing? Guess who, Nancy? Thank y'all for coming in to be with me today. But this is how I take crumbs and scraps and just sew and sew until they are in place. They're not going anywhere. It just don't matter. You can sew back and forward, and just as long as you got the stitches in to connect everything, all the blocks. And as it go through, I just turn it, keep turning. You're going to get edges. You're going to get everything connected. And if you're feeling down or sad for that day, this is a good way to sew to relieve your stress and boost up your energy. You can just go around in circles till you can't do it no more. I enjoy it. Excuse me, I have a few notifications blocking my screen here. Okay. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay. Hello. I'm so glad y'all can join me. I've been talking this over and over about the bot thing. I really got to get around to getting that bot straightened out. Get that bot on here because I want to use that bot to share my other friends and moderator channels. That's what I want that bot for. That bot have a lot of features, y'all. Some of them I don't like. I won't even use them. I won't even bother with that. But some of them, there's some great free features. Long as I can use them for just, to share my friends and fellow sewers channels. That's pretty much what I like to use it for. And then maybe when I start doing my raffles and games back, that'll be awesome too. And y'all notice I only pick up my feet because I wanted to. I wanted to change and go into a different direction. But most of the time I don't have to lift that feet. I just sew like a banshee, as I call it. Just sew until I feel happy with it. They can go big, it can go little. You can do it on a fast pace. You can bag it up. It really don't make a lot of difference. Long as you're getting your stitches in there. What these stitches are gonna do is hold everything in place. Even the tiniest of pieces. Can you see that green from this distance? This little piece of green right here? It holding that in place. Once I wash this, that green will still be in place. I have some skip spots in here now. I'm going to show y'all these skip spots. So y'all don't think I'm just doing something perfectly. I'm just doing it because it's fun to do. Now, if I want to, I can turn it around and come back in this direction. I was looking for one of those spots I can show y'all. but it's right here. I'm gonna cut my thread so I can show it to y'all. Right there. Can y'all see that clear spot right in here? That's a clear spot. All I'm gonna do though is take me a piece of fabric, just like this. These some leftovers from the quilt I finished here in the background, and I haven't got around to the borders I'm gonna put on it. I post a post in Kathy's Facebook group, and I got a lot of support from that, and I've been thinking about doing it in red, and then somebody said this blue with the soccer balls on it, and I'm like, all those are good, but when I look at this quilt, what color stands out to y'all? When I look at it, the blue stands out and the green stands out. Those are the two that is standing out. The ones I want to pull forward is the red, the yellow, maybe black. I see black in it. And somebody did suggest some black. Yeah, those the colors that is kind of need to be pulled out a little bit. A little, and I'm gonna cut. Okay, I cut a generous amount. It ain't got to be a special cut. And all I'm gonna do, by this being water soluble, I'm just gonna lay that over that hole, because all of it gonna disappear anyway. And when I start sewing, I lock in that stitch. Turn my corners. All right. Come on around. I'm sewing it just like you would sew a patch. But all this one here is doing is helping you to patch your block. And it's a good way to do it because it don't really matter. You just keep sewing. Hi, Jazzy Joyce. How you doing? I'm so glad you could join us. Oh, let me announce to y'all now, everybody is welcome to join a sew along with Quilting for the Soul and Jazzy Joyce and I on June the 24th at 12 o'clock noon. We'll be happy to see y'all there. If anybody needs the link or something, shoot me an email and I can email it back to you. We'll be happy to have y'all. Anybody needs to learn how to make something or figure something out, if we know, we can teach you right there on the live. It's good for teaching others and showing you how we do things. And at the same time, y'all, I'm sewing this block on down. Just like I sewed all the crazy lines around the other ones, I'm still on crazy lines. This water soluble just gonna take it on off. I see some more gaps. But I'll take my time and get them gaps, because in the end, once you got all your gaps and you done filled up your block, you can wash the stabilizer away. And once you wash it away, hang it up and let it dry, or put it in your dryer if you have a washer and dryer. Then, excuse me. Once you get all that did, you can iron it or starch it, because starch it make it lay flat and make it stiffer. You can starch it and cut it into the size blocks you want it to be in. Excuse me, y'all. I think it might be my. Let me mute y'all for a minute. I'm sorry. Um. Okay, I'm back. I apologize for that, but I've been having issues with my sinuses, y'all. Sometimes it be burst, and I always had something I call chronic sinuses. Anyway, it just I had caught a sinus infection a few months ago, and I missed my doctor's appointment, but I rescheduled it. And I can't really go back for that rescheduling to the 16th. So I'm trying to make it out to the 16th. I make it to the 16th. It's on, y'all. They say it's on like a chicken bone. It's gonna be on. Get this sinuses taken care of. I thought it was spring weather, bringing that on, because every spring and fall I have allergies so bad. Whew. It do something to me, but I love the country. I'm country all the way. I've been watching country videos, people living out in the country, in the woods, in the bush. And I be like, oh, wow, I can do that. It's something about wanting peace and quiet and relaxation. But once you get it and you got too much of it, then you go to, I'm ready for some noise. So it's like I ain't satisfied with the quietness all the time. I be wanting a little noise. But y'all see these pieces here? These some of the pieces I'm talking about. You put them in this, or you can use the washable Elmer's glue. And I have some here. Y'all remember this big old jug of glue? Yeah, can y'all see how much I done used out of here? It's right here. But it's the Elmer's clear washable Elmer's glue. And you get them at Walmart. And you add a little water to your glue once you pour it in your container. And as you can see, I add a little water in mine. That kind of keeps it from drying out too quick. And plus, it allows my fabric to absorb it even quicker because it have the water in it. And this old cup I got, y'all, is just a big cup you get from McDonald's. And I took some scissors and mashed it, and I just trimmed it off. See there? It's not even. I just trimmed it off, and I just put my little glue in it and my brush, and I take my fabrics, my little crumb pieces, like this. The only thing that I have to tell y'all, excuse me, I got to pick these little fabric pieces up, but the only thing I didn't tell y'all that y'all need to know, my goodness him. Okay, I'll get it later. Make sure you use right side up and the wrong side, let it facing down. Jazzy George, hi Jazzy. Guess who Nancy said? Miss Ellen, I think your camera lens has a smudge on it because you are blurry. Somebody else told me I was blurry too. Let me try this. Get a little water on here. If I don't soak myself. Okay, y'all, hold on. Let me see. Can I wipe it? Okay. Is that a little better? I tried wiping it dry, but I wet it with a little water. I have to keep me a little water down here with me. I'm in the basement because I have such chronic sinuses. Did that work? Somebody else mentioned that to me too. Jazzy said, hi everyone. Hi Jazzy. What you working on today? Oh, Betty Harris said, I love the pattern behind you. Thank you, Betty Harris. That is the quilt top I started working on the live with Quilting for the Soul. And that is the finished part of how I did it. I did it in panels. Every two blue stripes is a panel. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I did 5 panels and I put them together. Some spots I had a few issues because you'll see all my blocks don't account for the 2.5-inch blocks. They can't. I don't know how they ran a little short, but they ran a little short. Plus, some of them needed to be trimmed because when you lining up your seams, you keep your seams all together and just line it up by the seams, and all the rest of the overhang get trimmed away. And that's pretty much what probably happened, but that is how I completed it. I'm going to add a border to it. When I get a chance, I'm going to add a border, but I haven't really decided on the color. I have had some great ideas now, and I appreciate my ideas. I appreciate y'all. I really do. And I just paid attention to where I noticed I do have black in this quilt, and black might make the quilt jump out, but yellow might make something else happen, which yellow don't sound too bad. And red is a good color. Somebody did mention red to me as well. And white is neutral. It's all over with white already. So I'm gonna figure out one of them colors, and then when I finish it, I'll show it to y'all. I'm just ready to get busy, with some more quilt tops, because I don't know how long it'll be now before I really get my quilting machine. I'm just waiting. It's better. Oh, thank you. Guess who, Nancy? Thank you. So something probably was on the lens. I just don't know. Maybe my granddaughter used my laptop for something. Y'all know how these teenagers is. I like sewing this in a circle. And then I got caught where I couldn't turn. A lot of stitches is what holds this together, make it work. And then once you're done with your stitching, and if you feel like you don't have enough stitches in here with these, you can go ahead and wash your soluble away, and then trim your block even and get you a foundation piece of fabric and sew on with that. that foundation piece of fabric will make this much stronger. And I think that's not a bad idea. I do have some more areas in here I need to cover. Let me see. I have this piece. I just had this one with y'all. And I'm just trying to fill in some of these gaps. I see I have one here. Oh boy, I got one here. Can y'all see my finger right in here? One there and one here. Right in there. But it's okay because I'm doing this to have fun. And in the process of me having fun, I'm being creative with it. I can go back. I can use this to make a quilt. And I have a lot of these blocks already made somewhere. They might be in my storage, but I just make them and pile them up. Then when I'm getting ready to do something with them, I pull out, look at what I got. I look at my colors first to see what I'm really working with. Okay. I just lay a piece of these over my spots. And when I don't want to put the same color next to one each other, I just grab me another piece of color. And it don't really matter how big it is because it can always be trimmed down. See that? Now this is a way you can really use crumbs. I love crumbs, y'all. Crumbs is a method of piecing that when I'm feeling in despair, I can start sewing with crumbs, and I tell you, I feel better in no time. I just really like sewing with crumbs. Thank you, Guess Who, Nancy? She said it's beautiful. Thank you. And the measurement of this one block here is, I think it's 20 and a half by 20 and a half. Excuse me, I have a lot of notifications. What they say, how? Them notifications don't mind popping up right in the middle of your live. That's why I got my phone on the side as well. It will block your comments. You be trying to talk to whoever in the chat with you, and they say, no, we taking over. And I be like, I got my phone, not today. I'm just waiting, y'all. All I could think about is a long arm, a long arm. I really want that long arm probably before I get a bus. And the thing about the bus is I've been thinking of some more ways to, so. I'm just sewing and sewing and sewing. They're going to tie all this in together. I let it down and go over a little bit and come back. You have to lift that foot up to make them tight turns. But I normally will have my quilting foot on. But I can't access it right now. I thought I brought it down here. I might have, I'm not sure. But I will be looking for it. Because every quilt and foot I got in that box. Okay. I love doing crumbs, y'all. Even if I just do 1 or 2 of these blocks a day, I still would be making great progress. Because in the end, they can be trimmed down to the size you want. They can be trimmed all the way down. And it ain't no mistakes doing this. Ain't no mistakes. No, no, no. That's one thing I don't have to worry about, making a mistake. The only mistake you can make is not sewing, not doing it. Just not doing it. And once you stabilize it, that's all you need to do. This big old block here probably will make at least maybe 4, 5 or 6 inches block square. Okay, let's see what we got. Well, I dropped it. Gotta go around and pick it up. Got a little weight on it. Got a little weight on it. Let's see. Okay, this is my right side. What? Look brighter on this side. Oh, this the wrong side. So this is the right side. See how big this is? Okay, now I have drawn up to about 19 inches by 16 inches. They have drawn up. All them stitches kind of made it draw up. But this is it. And this is my right side. And I add my fabrics to the wrong side. But guess what? It still ain't no mistake. See, this the wrong side. I add that green to it. All I have to do is cut out my foundation piece, put my foundation down, face up, and lay this on the foundation piece and stitch around all the borders areas, and then make a few motions, quilt motions on the inside to just seal the deal. There will be no cracks, no nothing, but it will be secured with extra fabric. This is all I'm doing for today, y'all. What y'all think about this idea? Would you use it? Right in here, you can see I have a little extra, this stabilizer. And I don't know if it's worth anything to trim it out, but I'm trying. There's a little piece. A lot of people use this washable stabilizer to embroidery with as well. I thought about making something on my sewing machine here using thread art. But instead, I just keep sewing like this. Sewing with crumbs and teaching my younger generation to make blocks like this. They pretty much can see way better than I can. It's just you keep just making stitches. Making stitches. There's not too many. This thread got caught when I run out of thread. Ran out. I just picked that out. No need for it to be in there. I will be making a few more of these. I might decide just gonna make a quilt doing this. And it have a little bit of piece of everything in it. Little piece of everything. And I like it. I like it. I like scrap quilts. They just do me a world of good. I'm not going to sew on the glue one yet. I'm going to let it completely dry because I don't want the glue to gunk up my machine. And once it completely dry, then you're more than able to, do all the sewing you need to do to that. And it's already on a foundation piece. So once you're done sewing, all you have to do is just wash it to get the glue out. You're done. And anybody have any questions? You can do the same thing if you're doing embroidery. Like if you're embroidering by hand or by machines, because some machines got those nice stitches on them as well. You can embroider by hand. You can go ahead on and fussy cut your flowers or your picture that's in the fabric. You can fussy cut it out, whether it's an African print or a flower or a medallion or something. Cut it out and go ahead and put it on whatever you got laid out to put. It could be a crumb piece block. It could be a solid gingham or something. Just go on and sew it on there. It'll be pretty and it's different. I like doing stuff a little different, y'all. Kind of make it my own. I had a bag over here where I'm collecting patches. I like doing quilts and add little patches to them. My thing I get from it is the patches kind of say, hi, this quilt come from wherever I'm located at, with whatever commercial advertising come on the hats or the shirts or whatever embroidered on the shirt. I cut it off and make a patch. I make a patch out of it and I apply it to the quilts. And I really enjoy doing that. I really do. I go to the secondhand stores. If I see any beautiful caps and hats, I take them caps and I purchase them. I wash them. I wash them very good and I cut out the logo and toss the rest of the mess away. That is exactly what I do. especially for, when you run into individuals that done worked at, oh, excuse me, they done worked at one job for like 30 or 40 years. And hypothetically, say they worked at Caterpillar, the company Caterpillar. I think they have some companies in quite a few different states, Caterpillar. And for as long as you be there, you get bonuses and rewards or something like that. A lot of time they might give you a t-shirt. They might give you a cap. They might give you a headband. But whatever it is, once you're done with it, I'll take that product and cut it up just to show it what it is. Cut it up and make a patch out of it and apply it to a quilt. Now you done woe it to the product probably look woe out, but that patch still look good. You can take that patch, cut around it, go back and take you a solid fabric and put front sides together and just sew on the outer edges. But before you sew all the way around on the outer edges, make sure the lining fabric, you put one little split in the back. That way, when you sew all the way around the edges, you can take that split and open it up and flip it to the side. Once you flip it, go ahead and sew. You can sew around the edges if you want to, or you can just press them down with some starch and then take your machine that zigzags or sew the beautiful stitches on them. Go ahead and take your time and sew that down like you hand stitched it. I like doing stuff like that. I used to hand stitch my mama the tulip flower. I used to love the tulip. I hope tulip flower. I used to love that quilt pattern. Actually, the way I got it was I drew it. I drew that pattern out myself. And I added the leaves to it and everything, just like I have seen the flowers sit out in the yard. And I go back and I cut them out. I cut the stem out. I cut the head out. It's a way to do it. Just cut them out. And once you cut them out, if you don't want no raw edges, for every one cut you're supposed to have, cut 2 pieces. Like for the blossom, cut 2 pieces. Cut a slit in the back, sew them, put right sides together and sew them all the way around the little edges using your 1/4 inch seam allowance. Then take that slit in the back and turn it out to the right side. And that'll take care of all the raw edges, even on your leaves, on your stem and everything. Especially the stems, because the stems can get very long and trying to turn them out into a tube just ain't gonna work. So if you do the stem, go ahead and cut your stem out and put a slit up the back, not from end to end, because you don't want to cut it in half. So just put a slit up, stop before you get to each of the end, and then that way you could just turn that stem out. Use your little poker or something, use your little poker and poke those corners out and get it out like you need it and press it with some starch. Once you press it with some starch, it'll lay on down. You can use some washable Elmer glue to fuse it to the fabric, or you can use some heat and bond to stabilize it to the fabric until you take your sewing machine and sew everything down. Hope I'm not talking y'all head off. I thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna let y'all go. I just wanted to share that technique with y'all today. How you can make fabric for quilt blocks out of crumbs. And even I had some little pieces up here I was gonna show y'all. Even little pieces like this. It's a you can use stuff like this with this stabilizer. Only thing about it is it will not guarantee that you will get all of it right side up. So what you do with these, you just take them in a ball like this and just stick them in the bag. Stick them in that stabilizer bag, and once you get enough in there, then you lay it flat and you just go to sewing all across it. Once you wash it out for the stabilizer to disappear, you can add you a foundation block to the back, which will stabilize it even more. That'll be the end of my video for today. I thank y'all for coming in to be with me. I thank y'all for showing up. I appreciate y'all. If y'all have any questions, do email me after the live. I left my email in the bottom of the description of this video. That way you can email me about your question, or if you would like to join our live on June 24th. Excuse me. June 24th at 12 noon. And let me know. Me and Miss Jazzy Joyce and Quilting for the Soul would love to have y'all. The more, the better. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for watching my video. Do comment, like, share, and subscribe. Have a blessed day. Bye now. Bye.